Hello, hello, hello. This is Count Jondi, and I am currently hosting my playthrough of Crusader Kings. This is something that's been going on a while back, and it's been doing really, really well, and it's been really fun actually. Play it through. So hello out there to anyone interested in watching. What we just did is that we managed to put forward a relative of ours as the Queen of Castile. The problem is the rest of the Kingdom of Castile got split between the Kingdom of Leon, which he doesn't seem does he hold no other counties? Oh, that's not good. Kingdom of Leon, Duchy of Castile, Duchy of Tangier, County of Agder, County of Soria. Yeah, he has a couple of counties here and there. County of Soria, County of Tangier, and he also has some territory here in North Africa. But one of the problems is really that the Abadid, which originally were Muslim, but after a holy war and doing a bit of losing, they became Catholic. But right now, the problem is that they became independent of Castile, which is not very good for us in general, because that means that our plan originally was that the current King of Leon, Howard of Leon, would die, leaving the Queen Brigida, who is currently our vassal, to inherit, which would still happen, but because the Abadid had now declared themselves independent, which is not very good for us at all. Because of that we can't. We'll have more of a hard time in getting these territories, which we do kind of want, especially if we want to curb the Fatimid Sultanate. It's got to be an empire by now, or is it only a kingdom? It's only a kingdom, which is Caliph Tadros the Fat, because this is essentially one of the non-European powers that we actually do need to be afraid of if we look at it here. Like, don't get me wrong, we are currently more powerful than them, but in the right conditions, they could cause us a whole lot of harm if they start expanding further into Pisa and such. Well, we also need a couple of childhood focuses. Sure, diplomacy and... Oh. This kinswoman of mine might make a very good general someday. Let's actually assign her guardian, and let's make it... Yeah, let's make give that guy her guardian. Maybe she'll develop into a real good general. Which we might not be able to use, though, because if we look at our laws... In order to have a female marshal, all career press are open to prominent women. Okay, she's of a big dynasty, but maybe she doesn't have isn't related enough to me in order to be able to make that work. We are 15 years old, and we are currently betrothed to the Duchess of Saxony, which is part of our efforts to extend our dynasty's influence in the Holy Roman Empire. We've already succeeded in one way with my brother here, who is also my current heir. Heir being the Duke of Upper Burgundy. Though he doesn't have a lot of territory to call for himself, it's still a duchy title. So that's something, even though it's only a single county. Now, if we look at Anno Bellica, I did try make some other attempts of pushing into Brandenburg, putting people of my dynasty into Brandenburg, and that unfortunately didn't quite work out because of a few untimely deaths. But such is the way of Crusader Kings. Sometimes the RNG just doesn't go your way. Okay, but now the thing is, what do we gotta do right now? One of the things that we do gotta do now is make sure our realm doesn't fall apart because we have a regency. Our regent is a random commander. Why this guy became our regent, I have no clue, as I think his Yeah, wait. Yeah. My father was Eegberht the Cruel. Yeah, even his last wife would have been better. But I'm not his daughter. I'm the daughter of. Yeah. I am the daughter of Atna Walpurga of Upper Burgundy. Walpurga of Upper Burgundy, and my brother inherited the duchy title. I think I might have been illegitimate to inherit because I was inheriting the empire title, or maybe it has something to do with, if we look at cognatic primogeniture. Yeah, it's probably because of illegal succession things. Even though I'm pretty sure that we are the older brother. He's 15 and he is 10. Which, that's actually one thing. If we die before getting any other heirs, the only problem is that after that our inheritance becomes very sketchy, because he has no children at all, which is pretty poor. Like let me see. Yeah, because his heir would be our aunt, the sister to the duchy, or no. Okay, that's only to the title of Brandenburg. In the title of Paul, yeah, actually, yeah. Our succession of, because we have agnatic primogeniture, our succession is going to be fine. One of the things that we did want to do is make sure that we have disbanded our army. We make sure to make sure that the queens of our dynasty that are in within our empire marry matronally, matronally. Ugh. Basically, we want to make sure that their kids stay of our dynasty. So we essentially marry them to people who will not mind being in a matrilineal marriage. Because sometimes the AI will not do that, and if the AI doesn't do that, that'll actually be really annoying for us. The question is, do we actually have any casus belli on the Abadites? We have Claim Cadiz, which is a terrible one to do because Cadiz is a county that we don't even care about. But actually, let's look at it this way. Castile. Leon, does he have a claim on the Abated? Oh, if he has only a weak claim, but he's got a claim that'll be inherited by successor. So if he dies, Leon gets absorbed into Castile, which will leave all of this little few random territory here in Spain, mostly ours, and only the Kingdom of Navarra to contend with. Yeah, and the HRE. Let's not forget about the HRE. The HRE is very powerful right now, and it's not as powerful as we are, like, mind you, but it's still more powerful than I would like to be. The papacy has actually gotten the entire Duchy of Latium under control. It usually doesn't retain that. We also have Croatia as a kingdom here on the periphery with whole 3 kingdoms. 3 counties. And the de jure for Croatia isn't very big, and we don't really have any of it, so it's not like we're going to be able to snipe that title away anytime soon. The Teutonic Order is a really tough guy to take out. The Polish are doing some good work of getting Kulm out of their hands, which that'll mean an extra county that will be taken away from them. And we can't really form the Kingdom of Lithuania because we don't really have the territory. We only have 4 out of 17. We need, a lot more. And I think the Vendish Empire that they're a part of. Yeah, it's not going to be possible for a long time for us to have any sort of de jure over the Teutonic area. The Horse Lords seem to be making some consolidations, including, the Mongol Empire have also consolidated themselves a little, but they're clearly still suffering just the horrors of border gore. Just 2 counties that are on each side of us, 2 counties that are in the middle of these guys, and just look at how ugly it is. They still have the south. They still here have Trebizond, like if we look at the duchy. Yeah, it still has it still is the liege of Trebizond and a few other places, and there's like a count here and there that's like of there. Just if you just look at that border gore. Also, this guy is a king of Mesopotamia. Yes, he's a king of Mesopotamia with one county, and he doesn't even have most of the county. The county is mostly being held by Arabia, which is being being thrashed out here. Oh yeah, the Mongol Empire even has a couple of stretch in Oman, which I believe is that's Oman here. That's that area. Actually, I haven't looked at India to see how that's representing, because this doesn't seem to be doing anything too strange. But maybe I wouldn't notice anything too strange because I actually haven't played that much in India, to be honest. Like my interests out now over Crusader Kings have mostly been focused on like Europe, the Byzantine Empire, and a little bit with horse lords and such. But I've never really been that interested in playing like the Rajas of India in this area, even though I have the expansion. That's something I might be interested in doing eventually, though. But now let's see. We're not going to be able to do anything too much until we for some reason can offer an non-aggression pact. Okay, he is betrothed to our half-brother, and this guy is currently in our realm. I think we're just gonna wait a little bit to see how we grow up. Quick check of who is in the defensive pact against us. Pretty much everybody. Not the Pope. The Pope seems to think we're too cool, and the Pope's very right on the fact that we're not going to invade him for a very long time. But still, it's basically everyone west of Persia is in the defensive pact against us, which, to be fair, does make a lot of sense given the sheer amount of territory we hold and the sheer amount of recent conquests we've made. If we look at our thread, we can even see what conquests are primarily responsible. The biggest one is the recent war for Castile. Oh, they also took over Hungary somewhat aggressively, and at that point, do we still even have some leftover threat after Poland or something, Poland or Russia or something? Like, what's the oldest thing that's here? Yeah, okay. People don't remember. People still aren't threatened by Rust, our conquest of Rust, because it's we've been taking over it for too long. We've held it for quite a while now. We can even. Oh, sorry. I was actually going to look at the de jure empire, which is the Empire of Russia, which we actually can create. I'm not even a big habit of that because it just creates sets of factions that we don't want to deal with, and it doesn't give us any de jure claims that really help us. Queen of Brigade provided me undeniable proof of Baron Muhammad of Overlook is a member of the Old Christians. How should I use this information? Sure. We can't imprison him, can we? Nope. But we'll be able to do it soon, as soon as we come of age. Brittany is also one of those thorns in the side. We haven't been able to get a good claim on them, but another one of our half-brothers is married to their princess, to their eldest princess, and he's not going to have any kids soon. So we're going to see someone of our dynasty do so, and it's also if we can just barely scrape enough territory to get the Empire of. This your drift can sometimes look really weird, like how just this area in the middle of Spain is considered an integral part of France, but other parts aren't, which is quite a little bit weird. But yeah, but things we can also Burgundy. Yeah, like in the entire trying to get the Empire of France. Wait. Yeah. In trying to get the Empire of France, we also would need some territory off of Provence. We could, if our brother if we die and our brother inherits and he also grabs this county, we'll be a little bit further ahead of that, but not by a huge margin. Unfortunately we're going to need significantly. We're going to need like 8% and. 858. Essentially, we're going to need 60 out of, which is 80%, so it's like, what, 82? I'm suddenly very bad at math. Wait, 80 divided by 10, oh, by 100, of course, is 0.8. 0.8 times 80. Sorry, 0.8 times 80 is 60, right? 60 something? We're gonna need like 60 something counties, I think. No, 60 something counties, and we only really have the opportunity to grab one or so. Like, we don't have any claims into... I don't think we have any claims that were really relevant into claiming it over here. We might be able to maybe grab something of... If Genoa gets... Although, if Genoa gets further bullied, we actually might be able to take care of that. Because if we look at them, they only have 2 counties. Nike here, which... the Lord Mayor of Nike, which is part of Pisa, is currently besieging that and really kicking them to the curb, which makes sense because Pisa is essentially the powerhouse. Salerno, wow, that is a powerful Salerno. An unusually powerful Salerno, that is. Yeah, she's also the Duchess of Sicily. She's the Duchess of Sicily and the Duchess of Salerno, which means she essentially, with the exception of Spoleto and everything that's not in the Byzantine Empire, she controls everything in South Italy, really. Well, not Malta, though. Malta is also part of Pisa. We'll just have to check. Like, we clearly don't have we probably won't have any claims inside of that. She has also a strong county on the claim. Yeah, because the county of Salerno is inside the Byzantine Empire. How quaint. Although the Byzantine Empire is stronger than we would like it to be. Not incredibly strong or anything, but just a bit stronger than we'd like it to be. And the weird part is essentially that this, like, if we look at direct vassals, we'll see that Adrianopolis, this one vassal in the Byzantine, is really powerful. Yeah, although we can't really say for ourselves, like, the British Isles are pretty spread out. Quissa, yeah, I think she's doing some sort of it. Yeah, he's trying to revoke Northumberland from her. She doesn't like that. I don't really care. I'll just let them sort that out. Leonese revolt? That's not good at all, actually, because we're counting on him dying. They're attacking, defending against Prince... Okay, let me see. Defending against Prince of Norway, defending against of Songhai and Songhai Holy War for Timbuktu. Yeah, which is that county over there, which should be okay, but these Lislianers revolt actually is probably going to be pretty bad for the for the plan we've set out for this guy. He's got, let me see, he's got 7,000 troops versus 5,000 troops. I don't think he has any friends, even. And he has no friends. Which is very bad. I don't think we can do much about it. Because we don't have access to plots yet, so we can't kill people. Or try to, which is unfortunate to say the least. Ugh. Let me see, we are 15 though. Relations. Lustful, affectionate. I think we might make a good diplomat. We'll see, I'm looking for myself. What focus do I have? I have marshal, so I'm gonna try to get some good general over here. Make sure that I'm being properly trot. Yeah. Courtier here. Before I forget. You go for sure. We rarely put people in faith educations. Why not? Here you go for duty. What faction is dangerous, and what do they want to do? They want to increased council power. Increased council power is bad. Sister, you don't want non-aggression pact, do you? You're my sister. You should have the option, right? I don't seem to have it, even though she is my sister, which is fairly bad. Ireland and Eegberht is also part of this. Has the time come to hide Eegberht under a more loyal vassal? And that time just might have come, since... Although, I'm kind of... Kingdom of Perm. I might do that and combine that while... I don't also want to give that to Russia, because Rus is currently not of my dynasty, which is not really where I want to be, honestly. Dukenyelku. He's a lunatic, so that's not great. We do kind of want to consolidate Rus, though. -28. Wants seat on the council. Yeah, I can't change it out because she had a favor of mine, so that doesn't work. He'll really like me if I give him a kingdom title, though, and he's actually won't be that insanely powerful. Also, actually, let's check out one thing, though. Succession type, agnatic elective, and I will be giving him a primogeniture title. That's likely to split up. I grant you... Wait, why don't... Ugh, I'm just gonna wait. It's fine, I'll just be the king of Perm for a little bit until I get that. Okay, but that still leaves the... Let me see, you want... Yeah, sure. Yeah, he can be a commander, that's fine by me. But that still leaves me with some need for defensive pacts. You're married to someone of my dynasty. Luckily, Dad left me with a few sisters to sell. It really gets that going. King of Rus. Oh wait, that's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a daughter to sell there, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. Okay, it's being cut down to 53%, and maybe after I'm able to become of age and all that, I'll be able to further curb the influence of that. Because I think we're also going to be playing a character that is probably going to get seduction focused fairly early on and try to get some bastards, because I do really want to put another title in the HRE under our dynasty, because it just makes it so much likelier that we'll somehow usurp the dynasty, because then all it takes is for one of them maybe to get the emperor, one lucky marriage to happen, and then we might be able to take the entire HRE, which is ridiculous. So we're gonna at least play towards that end. And the Kingdom of Jerusalem, despite being the joke that he is, keeps most of Jerusalem with the exception of Jerusalem. Yeah, like they don't hold anything in Jerusalem itself, but they hold most of the duchies around it. Let me see. Join the existing defensive pact opposing Grim or Atna of Hikadar. Okay, Khotan. Okay, so the guy at the eastern corner of the map decides that I'm too big for my own good. You're kind of right. This is kind of a ridiculous country, especially with This ridiculous border. This border where I just cut a swath through two other nations, through between these other two nations is just ridiculous. Ooh, well done, sis. Bringing some tech points back home. Church infrastructure, that'll actually be pretty good. I don't think we really care about getting legalism up. The weird thing about how legalism works in this game is sort of that it's kind of like when you get to a certain legalism, you don't really care about keeping the legalism at that level. So like when you move your capital, move your capital, you lose a few tech levels. Like on the tech levels, if you've made the legal change to your main the primary title that you have, you don't really care too much about it. Like sure, the bonuses, like getting the focused obligations would actually be kind of nice. But it's not really necessary for me. Meanwhile, I think for overall stability, the ability to get further majesty and noble customs is actually a bit more important, especially for the short reign. The reduction of the short reign bonus, getting the percentage piety, and even tolerance has certain advantages that are actually quite nice. But that being said, actually no, I'm not going to spend points at it because getting it right now doesn't really do anything because it's that awkward stage of it. Although they are a revolt. We just need a valid casus belli. Wait, occupied by Duchess Innes of Galicia. Oh. That's fine. But does he seriously have no claims in the Empire? We cannot declare it because if that's not approved by the Council, and we don't really want to switch to yes men right about now, especially since it's not that long. I think we're just gonna have to wait until we come of age before we get involved in this. Also, we have a truce. There's a truce between us and Leon until 1307. Which means, especially this early in a reign, it'll be too hard to really take the penalties head on. Defending against Duke Bernard of Provence. Ooh. Well done, well done. If you push this is actually one of the counties we might need to get the Empire of Francia. Because if we do get the Empire of Francia, getting Braise diplomatically for free is going to be a lot harder. Ooh. I have finished my education in the ways of war. I feel like I've truly found my calling. Ooh. Ooh, 18 martial, that's nothing to scoff at. 13 diplomacy is also quite fine. 977, like, it's meh, but it's quite fine. Lose affection, gain kind. That actually puts my diplomacy in a respectable 14. I'm actually quite happy about that. But our intrigue is suffering, and especially since I think we're going to need it early on. We're going to take seduction focus, and I don't think we have anything good in our court right now for those for the purposes of. Actually, let's see this one. 31. Actually, let's see if we can find something better that would be able to join our court. Join court, yes. All women married, preferably no. That's just a lot easier that way. Let's see it. Because we're really just looking for things to make into the old dynasty. 12. These are not. The selection around Europe at this time does not seem great. So, but this one doesn't seem hedonist, possessed, lustful. There's a lot of fertility in there, although the possessed might not be a good idea. Attractive's a good trait. We'll invite that one to court. Uh, let's at least shoot for the skies and see if there's genius. Yeah, no, I wasn't really expecting that. Quick? Nope. One, but she is way 41, which is way too old. What about strong? 36, not quite there. Okay, let's try to take the yes court at any, and let's look at it this way. Age. We're looking at something that is, actually, this is something that we quite would like. Gonna send you a gift, and we're gonna invite you to court. I also like that they made people a tiny bit more bribable to enter your court, which I think is quite fine. 27. Dutiful cleric though doesn't have any fertility penalties really, but let's sort this by age. Mostly because we want to make sure that we're getting something like we prefer young, but it's not necessarily like this. We don't really want because of the fertility bonuses here. This one. Metalmund, but we're more looking for something that we'll be able to have lots and lots of babies with. Muslim would be a bit too hard to convince. This one's already our courtier. Okay, I think that actually is actually quite fine. I think we're gonna wait for the first one and then settle it by that. We're still gonna groom an heir, because we just really need the fertility bonuses whenever we can have them. I'm not gonna hold a grand tournament. Nah, that's the one. I am going to checking the focus already, right? Oh yeah, I can't because oh yeah, I forgot. I'm a gay. That's actually quite problematic. Or it might be fine. We'll actually check. We'll check how it goes. Yeah, I on the other hand. Oh yeah, I can't actually seduce women because you're gay. I find this to be a bit weird in Crusader Kings terms, mostly because of the. Well, now that I've taken the focus, let me see. Court. That's just me. Realm. That's just me. It feels a bit weird that that's how the homosexual trait works. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me that a ruler that was homosexual wouldn't see the same sort of greed, power-based reasons for these relationships as the straight ones seem to do. So, but I'm gonna just look at it this way. Well, since I have the seduction focus, I might as well start making my vassals really happy with me. Society may take a dim view of my preferences, but at the risk of scandal, I am about to seduce King Eegberht II with pride. Sure, since I've taken the seduction focus, I don't know. Sometimes it's weird. I just forgot I was gay, and that's actually very awkward. Because now I'm gonna have to wait for 6 whole years before I get asked to embargo. Pisa is asking me to do that to Genoa. You know what? $200 gold. We'll kick them out of a relatively small amount of area. We'll be at war with absolutely everyone, and then we'll only gain money, and we don't really care for money, so I'm going to decline. Well, of course we care for money. It's just the fact that we care far more about a great number of other things, really. Let's see, in Scandinavian sick house, anything we can do here? Oh no, but maybe we should actually start upgrading things that aren't our capital. How's Tina here? Sure, Castletown. That seems a fine thing to be upgrading right about now. If he succeeds at that war, even the need to embargo Genoa will be very small. Let me see, how is the war score going? Genoa is apparently winning this war somehow, but maybe that turns around. But now, the things that I deem important. Let's see, relations. Plot, offer to join war, offer non-aggression back, no. Plot to kill. Send gift. Send gift. Send gift. We're going to try to snuff that brat out that brat quicker than you can say euthanasia. Okay, come on. Yep. We're going to use our money and influence and try to do that as quickly as possible. I guess reading the Orthodox Bible can't hurt. That's just affirmed my own beliefs. Like honestly, having these filthy heretics in our empire just seems to accomplish nothing but. I think I should give. Okay, he's currently at a war with Hwis. Or Hwiche. I actually have no idea how to pronounce this. It's these. I have no idea. I don't really want to ask her to surrender. I don't really want to order a favor. I don't want to give her money. I'm actually just going to give up. Let's actually just do all. As in, okay. The Queen of the Vicereine of Denmark has died, so that's something. And how is the Denmark? Agnatic, cognatic, primogeniture. Honestly, as long as it doesn't raise any problems, I'm just gonna stay the King of England, the King of Denmark, that is. I don't see any reason not to, really. Yeah. Oh. Yay, West Realty. Yay. And the Royal Loves of Denmark. Let me see, I have to go with my religion group. Julia, Duke of Mercia. AD Agency. Actually, I think I'm actually gonna keep trying despite the fact that it's not gonna work. What he's gonna do? War. Sure, whatever. Sleeping a little bit around, should be fine. It's good to be Emperor. We got 146 power, which honestly, all in all, is not that bad, but 15 money here, 30 money here. Oh wow, this guy is demanding a whole 60 money to assassinate his own king. Oh, he does drive a hard bargain, I guess. Wait a minute, I think someone is trying to recruit me for the Devil faction. It's the only faction I can join? And I think it actually might be fine for me to do so, especially the intrigue bonuses. We're probably going to be pretty fine with that, as long as we're a bit careful enough about it. I'll keep it. I'll keep it hidden, and I thank you, Gleb. It should all be good. You truly are a witch. Yeah, I'm gonna try to join the Satanists. The Abbadites are attacking Sultan in Abbadite Holy War for Timbuktu. There's an internal opinion. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to join the Devil Worshippers. I've done this a couple of times in this playthrough. Yeah, I don't really care about any of these. Oh, my co-conspirator Vela has bribed a hunter, taking King Howard on a trip into the wilds, and quite dispatch the child, make it look like an accident. Come on, die, kid. Then it'll all be fine. It has been some time since Mayor Gleb was in contact with me. I have been mulling over his words. God told Adam if he would die if he ate the forbidden food. God lied. The priests in the church lie. Greedy does mean you have... I'm gonna take greedy. Because the ability to gain the extra money will probably be pretty nice. Like, -1 diplomacy is an acceptable penalty for that. And come on, I hope to hear news that this king is dead, his sister has inherited, bringing the rest of those territories into the Scandinavian Empire, and giving us a possible claim. There's no rush. And giving us a possible claim into the Abbadid. That fool hunter lost his nerve and refused to kill King Howard. At least he decided to keep quiet about his conspiracy and my involvement at the same time. Well, at least he didn't fail in a way that made things worse. That's something. Of course, the bargain is struck. Let's join the Satanists. What's the worst thing that could happen? I'm trying to pay close attention to the stuff that's happening in Spain, but my success to mission to Comey, the majority of the province. He's converted a province. That's actually quite nice. That only took him a few decades. So what should be our next thing that we should be trying to convert? Let us see. We have there's just a fair amount of Orthodox counties that we have here. I should probably try to convert Tiver, probably. I want to make sure that as much of this stuff as possible. As much of this stuff as possible is pure good and Catholic. We've been able to, expand the Catholic influence all the way over here, which is quite nice. Although, is this ours? No, that is ours. Yeah, there's actually one county here that is still Swamanesco, but we've already sent the priest to convert some orthodoxy. That's not gonna convert some Orthodox believers, so that should be fine. Let's hold a feast. Gonna buy indulgence and expel the jewelry, borrow money. Don't need to do any of these things. Wait, what? The traveling dancer's first dance first. Okay, sure. Contenari, the Serene Doge of Venice, patrician of Contrary, heir to the city of Foggia. Do you have any claims that we actually want to press? No. Okay, that makes a lot of sense why he didn't really care, because we have a couple of city claims. We have a claim on the city that is in the county of Foggia that we have. The one city there, it's like, I guess, let me see, like we have 469 troops there. It's a bit of a bother. It's a bit of a bother and not really worth gaining the threats, so I'm just gonna let that one slide. Oh, I was just looking for some entertainment for my feast. But the Empire has been nice and peaceful ever since our war with Leon with the Castilians is over. There's no rush. I will lavishly spend on food. How is the revolt doing? Ooh, finally. I hereby invite you too. Well, I don't like you either. A bunch of people don't like me. That's fine. I just really hope we can kill this man. Kill this boy. Let's also send this guy a gift. I've met an intriguing and hypnotically beautiful man at court. Apparently, this Itlar is a foreign diplomat. I engaged him in conversation for the first time today, and we spoke at length about troop composition. Oh, shocked when he carefully pulled up his sleeve, revealing the mark of Lucifer. You're the messenger. Let's see if we can get something to do. What do you need me to do? Okay, they'll see perfectly how committed I am. This has been occupied by the duchy for quite a while. But they don't seem to be able to push them back. Oh, those aren't Byzantines. It's the county of Melguel. Okay. Hitler escorts me to my bedchamber. I hesitated upon entering, finding it flooded with light as candles from a circle around my bed. Several hooded figures surround the room, chanting in unison, "Fear not, brother. Power and pleasure. These are the gift of Iblis." I like the sound of that. When I wake up, cloaked and Hitler is lying next to me, a smile tugging at the corner of his mouth. "Welcome to Lucifer's own Emperor Grimm," he says as I hold him close, wondering how I will look back on the moments. I wish you found me sooner. I think I'll join them. Target of my armor never seems to be around. Still that stupid war here. Let's actually look that over one more time. Search vassals. He's the only king. Let's stop seducing this guy and sure, let's try to seduce this guy. Let's see how that'll work. Great fun, and so did everyone else. With pride. And actually, let's actually have a quick look at how the epidemic is going on. It's just a bit of consumption in Denmark and northern Germany and like Holland and those sort of places. That's fine. We've bribed absolutely everyone who can be bribed to try to kill this poor king, and we really hope we kill him sooner rather than later. Yeah, and it may feel a bit wrong to kill our cousin here, but if we do, we get to take over his kingdom through his sister, which will inevitably end up with us being basically the majority holder of Spain. Like, we won't be able to form Hispania, which is something that we would actually like to do. But we'll essentially have a whole lot of territory here, and we'll have gained it without really doing any war or doing anything too risky. Wait, there's a 2-county minor guy here. How many troops can Hungary sail in at a quick... Oh, not much at all, that is. Yeah, I forgot. Hungary is a bit of a joke. Ooh, Dublin. Ooh, Dublin and Riga prosper. That's quite nice, let's make castle walls here in Dublin. The problem we're really landing is finding quick avenues of expansions is becoming more and more difficult. Yeah, quick expansion and attacking nomads rarely goes together. My co-conspirator Brigid has bribed a hunter taking King Howard on a trip outside of the wilds to dispatch the child and make it look like an accident. I approve. Just actually kill him this time. You put the arrow through his neck, and after that he'll most likely be dead. I know you may be feeling a little guilty about killing a 15-year-old, but after killing this 15-year-old, we get these couple of pieces of territory, these pieces of territory, we get this tiny little bit of territory again, and we also get a little bit. Good evening. At least here it's evening. Here it is, yeah, it's late evening instead of earlier evening. It probably is. I'm running mostly on GMT, like Greenwich something time. No, actually, this is actually a good question. This revolt actually might actually bring us some opportunities. It's most of the Duchy of Marrakesh. But we don't really have any good claimants on that duchy or that county, and we can't holy war them because they're actual Catholics, despite all being of originally Muslim dynasties. The other thing I could do is that I actually could maybe try to. I could actually just maybe take to the Canaries. I don't have a claim, which is like the awkward claim, which is kind of awkward, or I don't have anything that's close enough, which, well, I probably wouldn't be able to get a claim, but I just don't have anything that's close enough in order to be able to get there, so that doesn't actually quite help, because that would also help me. I would put it under some big vessel, and then I could attack them quickly. Same exact result as before. Can we poison him or something? Let me see. He's attacking Caliph Osman II French Holy War for Damascus. Okay, he is. Yeah, they're trying to push a county there, basically. Yeah. Also, good evening here, Sir Broad. If I did mention that. My confessor, Bishop Ferdinand of Derry, is such an attractive man. I've applied my ample arms until I can tell he is thinking of other things than the Lord. And I can give him something that he's missing. Sure, I can give him something he was missing. As for the farmers, prepare for selling their crops. Your court chaplain suggests you bring out the holy relic in procession to bless the field. Surely this would increase the likelihood of bountiful harvest this will. I don't think it'll do any good. I think I'm actually going to say no, I don't think it's going to do any good, because cynical actually improves my intrigue, which is probably one of the reasons why it's actually failing as hard as it is, because my intrigue is pretty shit. And hopefully we can actually fix that a little bit using that. No important plots going on. I also... yeah, this guy is a heart of my dynasty. Okay, increased council power in Scandinavia. Who's up to this again? I thought we agreed last time. No increase in council power. The council is just as powerful as it needs to be. Okay, let's see if we can do any tricks to keep this faction down. We have Stepan the monster. Are there any betrothals that we can maybe make? Marriage is okay. There's no other old guy with my aunt. What about my half sister? No betrothal. I have a decent half sister here. Okay, what about you? Do you have some male relative? Ooh, you actually have Agatha, but that doesn't actually do it. And you have no male relatives to speak of. He is the Duke of Shiland. Kinsman here, the Duke of Yeland. It's very simple. I make him the Viceroy of Denmark, and that should make sure that the Shiland can't directly rebel against me. So that's all good. But Eegberht still can. We're also their heir. Interesting. But they're a young lass. But the Duchess is a young lass. She's probably going to get heirs before too long. And what we're actually going to do there is that we're going to take the Kingdom of Perm title that we have and put him on somebody that won't be annoying and rebel. Like this kid lunatic. I give you the Viceroyalty of the Kingdom of Perm. That means the Dukes can't assist, and that puts them out of the margin of being able to revolt. And also, it's going to be a bit less likely now that... Ooh. Russ is trying to liberate Bulgar again. They've already done this once. Let's see if it sticks. Last time they took it. Oh, sorry, no, they didn't do Bulgar last time. They do Ittil last time. Unfortunately, this is not a great territory gain. It's only 2 counties, but at least... Oh, sorry, one of these counties already has a tribal holding that's part of us. Oh, okay, sure. Gargamel. Yeah, sure. You become ambitious. Why not? Snow Rush. Hold Grand Tournament. Do I want to hold a Grand Tournament? Sure, let's hold a Grand Tournament. Okay, Siegmund Auerpad has left the defensive pact against us. I don't think that's relevant. I'm like fairly certain that's not relevant, but let's... Ooh, actually, the Teutonic Order? Grotno, Kulm. Are there any duchies here that we do have claims on? Claimants. None that would actually help. What about Polotsk? No. Too little of a territorial gain. Yeah, that's not actually going to do as well. What about Prussia? No, Prussia doesn't actually seem like it's going to do us a lot of good either, but against the Teutonic Order, how close are we actually from forming the Kingdom of Lithuania? I think we are actually, unfortunately, pretty far away from forming the Kingdom of Lithuania. Are you going for world conquest these 140 years, or do you have other goals to achieve this? I don't actually really have any goals in mind. I'm just doing proper empire building. I think that with the 140 years left, it would be tight, and it would require a fair bit of luck for me to get world conquest. But it's not impossible at this point. Like I think I would need to be fairly lucky to do it with only 140 years left. With only 140 years left, or like do some massive system abuses, and then I could maybe do it. My intention is just to keep up the stable empire of Scandinavia. Honestly, the reason for this run is just I kind of wanted to have a run to stream, so I just randomly rolled something. Oh, actually 150. Okay, 1453. Yeah. Sorry. Is that I just wanted to stream something, so I just randomly rolled something. I randomly rolled Iceland, and I'm just gonna play it through. 1453. I had a tough time of remembering how much it was. Yeah, the year is 1299. This game has been going on for 233 years, and we've done okay. We've done okay. Like the biggest problems actually I think the biggest single problem with the time limit of the goal of world conquest is actually the HRE, because the HRE is big, powerful, and we have very bad claims in it. Because this is a scenario where it might be easier for us to conquer the world after Jade Dragon because of some of the new casus bellis. But right now we have a very difficult time of claiming anything other than a county at a time. And if we just do a simple county count, assuming a truce of 10 years, assuming I break truce every other time, because it's unlikely I'll be able to afford it every time. I'll still only be able to conquer like 20 counties, and that's still not enough to do just the HRE, and I would still need to fight people like the Byzantines and the Fatimids. The Fatimids are a bit less of an issue, because if I would be at a stage where I can get to them, I can start holy warring them. Okay, sure, currently I have a tough time winning said holy wars, because I would have to be fighting literally everyone in the world. But at least that's their sort of that at least gives me some at least 3 counties roughly, give or take, every time I take a duchy with a holy war. But that's not really going to be possible. But other than that, I think we're just sort of chilling out and not really doing any big achievements. Although I'm probably going to start a new playthrough with some more specific goals. Like I kind of don't want to call them goals, but I essentially have an idea of something that I do want to do when Jade Dragon comes out. What I want to do is I want to play. There's no rush. We're gonna change focuses immediately when we can because seduction focus is just not good when you're gay. It just isn't. Okay, sorry, but what I was saying? Is that I wanted to play some of the either like just someone who's like relatively small in like the Indian Tibet sector, and I just want to be a tiny guy that just loves the idea of China so much that I'm going to just do everything in the name of glorious China and the spread of glorious China and doing pretty much everything the dragon tells me to do and see how that goes, like a bit of a sort of a role playing campaign sort of thing. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, we're mostly just having a few tough times of actually getting the casus bellis we need. We're probably going to be able to take Brittany eventually, but it's gonna take a few shenanigans of ours, and it's gonna be slightly easier after this part actually becomes an official part of Scandinavia. Then it's just going to be pretty easy. Sure, give him a taste of what he's missing. Mostly screwing a bunch of priests, apparently. That's fine. Chinese slavery. No, slavery. We're just recognizing I'm just going to be role-playing as someone who just recognizes the superior culture. And the aim of the game will be make everything as Chinese as possible. Yeah, the Countess of the Canaries added. Yeah, good luck with that. That's also part of a coalition. The little boy we were trying to kill seems to have at least turned out starting to turn the war a little bit around. But ooh, look at that, 33%. How would you like 70 gold, sir? All you have to do is kill your king. Just kill your king. It's going to be fine. It is time to let the tournament begin. A quick prestige gain isn't too bad. Oh, that's an Aragonese revolt. Most unfortunate. Ooh, we have an Aragonese revolt here. Is there anything we want to do about that? I don't think so. Is it an increased council board? It's okay. It's an actual take over the kingdom sort of revolt, but since the king here, I guess the king likes us a lot, and we do have a non-aggression pact against him. Yeah, I want you to do peace with Aragon. Okay, good news, my co-conspirator Brigitte Sjöblad I think this is pronounced Sjöblad, has let me know that King Howard of Leon will soon have a tragic fall off the castle on the parapets. Fly, little bird, fly. My assassins in this game in this game recently haven't been able to accomplish much. Tragic tournament. Okay, that's fine. They've mostly just been really falling. Okay, modest sum of money. 121 money. Sure, that's actually an amount of money I'm willing to make sure that Aragon stays in the non-aggression pact against me. Especially since, like, the negatives that we're in is we've got way more income per month than that negative is. It's going to be turn out fine. What are other options? Recruit court physician. That's actually something that we've got to do. And if we have to hire a doctor that's like fairly expensive through the event, we might just take a loan from the Jews. It'll turn out fine. Come on, little kid, just die. Because if he dies, then his heir is currently our vassal, which is good. Success! King Howard of Luan flew off of those walls like an ostrich. Unfortunately, the assassin was caught in complicity is triggered. Good, but bad. Yeah. And now that revolt doesn't, or shouldn't make sense. Gonna make him a generous offer, sure, and we're gonna borrow 300 money from Jewish merchants. Wait, why is this war still allowed to continue? How are you doing with culture spread? In this game, not especially well, really. We've got all the cultures in the world. Our Scandinavian main group culture is mostly just on the mainland, but we have our little basket of civilization of refinement here in Conniving. In the middle of this just this sea of barbarity that is around here. There is this one bastion of Norwegian culture in Conniving. Other than that, we don't really have much to say about it. Also Dublin here is also Norwegian. What else? Itzehoe here is Danish, I believe. Yeah, it's Danish. So we've honestly not been really doing a lot of culture spreading at all, really. And honestly, it's not really a huge priority in most games of Crusader Kings to do so. This has turned out a bit more. Like, even the reason why the Byzantines have been able to convert this amount of Greek is because of the weird ways of how nomads work. Let me see, he's always at war with... I should give up for now. He's always at war with somebody. Can I have it... There been enough time. When can I switch the focus? 1303 in about 4 years. Yeah, seduction focus was a mistake. Let me see, court. No. Vassals. Rank, let me see. Conduct? Sure. Let's try to seduce this guy, why not? And fought hard he did. Okay, he's inviting to... We would like to plot... We don't really care about this Baron either way. Good luck with your assassination, though. Okay, but this revolt is a bit awkward, though, because we have... Who do we have here? Can we offer to join her war because this one isn't part of my realm, I wonder? I don't seem to have the option, and I think that's right, and I don't think I should be able to, but I would really like it if... Unfortunately, what is it, Abdad? Oh, the Abati to start trying to fight for... These guys are trying to fight for Gavelkind? Ooh, that could be deadly. That could be very powerful. Actually, relations. Sure, let's try to recruit our candidate here for Satan, our lover here. This guy is a pain in the butt. Yeah, who? Bishop Bishop Alfonso. Search all. Bishop of Calahorra, Marshal of Calahorra. Okay, he's currently being fought for in a war. He's currently in Navarra. Is it this guy? He is the guy. Yeah, this is the guy that is being fought for. We're gonna plot to kill him because we don't really want this more to happen. Let me see, Galicia over Karuna. Can we attack Galicia? Yeah, we don't have a valid casus belli. Because she here only... Does she actually have any claims on the Kingdom of Galicia? I don't think she does. The Queen of Navarra does, the Duchess of Galicia does, and a bunch of... Count of Rogaland? How... Okay, good for you. You have a claim right here. And you are male. The only problem is, I think you have a weak claim, and you have a weak claim that won't be inherited. Let's see. what is the Galician inheritance type? The Galician inheritance types is agnatic cognatic primogeniture. His family mean that we're not going to land in a regency unless this guy dies first, so let's actually try to assassinate him. Can we attempt to? Oh, can only attempt to abduct in our own realm now, or apparently we can attempt to abduct his kids, because it's agnatic cognatic primogeniture. Though these are siblings. Wait, why is this his heir then? Is this his brother? No, it's not his brother. Did Douglas? Why is the Galicia inheriting in such a way? That's weird. They have agnatic cognatic. I wonder why this is. I actually don't know why why that guy's inheriting that. But what we probably should be doing instead, yeah. Oh, sorry, not that one. Actually, we should be trying to plot to kill this guy, because if we can kill this guy quick, the entire thing that's happening in Galicia over here should be fine. That'll actually prevent us from losing a bit of territory if we can get that through, so let's try to do that. But the next problem is the border gore. It just gets real every time. A most valiant performance. Sure, he truly deserves it. A glorious event. Yeah, that's actually okay. Everybody, we're gonna stop everything and go for this crusade, because we really want to be a part of this one. Because who is against? Okay, let's look at this. Kingdom of Mesopotamia. This is less territory than I thought it would be, but this is still 5 counties, and I think currently where we're at, getting 5 counties, and it's also going to give us a bit of a weird foothold where we can maybe start to bully the Muslims that fall, the Muslim rebellions that fall off, like so. So I think we're actually going to take part of that. The only problem is the only army we can get there in a short amount of notice is the French army. So let's still join the crusade. Over to join the money. War, and let's go into the war for Mesopotamia. The Pope would probably gladly accept my Crusaders. But the good thing is we can get is the Crusader claim. Wait, Kinslayer? When did I Kinslay? Oh yeah, because I killed a guy. Oh yeah, because I assassinated someone of my dynasty. Oh, well. Well, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm not gonna be well liked, am I? Nope, no siree, no siree, no sir. Okay, the heirs of another dynasty, 14, a couple of years, that should be fine. Fine, and we're going to raise the French troops. Just the French troops is 15,000. So just maybe we don't need anything else really. Yeah, just to be sure, we're attacking the Arabians. Yeah, that makes sense. And we can start sieging them fairly quick. And while we're at it, we should still try to provide some amount of reinforcement from where we can easily get reinforcements. Aragon seems like a good spot. 6,000 from Aragon with way too many boats, but let's brag over our money and just sail all over the way over there. It should be fine. Unfortunately, neither Hungary or Poland really has anything in the way of... Hungary has boats, but no troops. Got 37 ships, and... Yeah, and Hungary doesn't even have that many boats, and doesn't even have enough boats to actually carry just the Polish troops. Although we could actually just take the Polish and Hungarian troops and just go the land route. Yeah, actually, let's just do that. Although I don't think we can get any troops from Hungary. Yep, 0. Okay. Yeah, let's go over here. Or was that even the right place? No. Okay, that was the right place. Do we want to get some troops? Okay, I think we're going to get our capital troops. It's actually about 3,400 troops just from our capital, which is not bad. And Rus throws another six in. That sounds about right. Since this is Proto-Demosnen, wow, 2, 3, yeah, that one only provides like 300 troops, but what are you gonna do? This is something that we've only rebuilt a little bit since we got them from the Horse Lord, so we're not gonna bother. And let's see if we can Deus Volt our way into Mesopotamia. But I think we still gonna kind of have to take a bit of a look-see every now and then. And let me see what Karuna. Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, it's a de jure claim. Okay, it's not too bad. Oh, my boyfriend didn't want to become a devil worshipper. That's very disappointing. Yeah, these 249 troops. Let's see what 15,000 Frenchmen can do to 200 Arabians. Oh, no, that's not good. That's a similar amount of troops that the French are putting forward that Jerusalem seems to be spamming in. We don't want Jerusalem to get stronger now, do we? Well, unless Jerusalem becomes a vassal somehow, which unfortunately doesn't seem to be a thing that can happen soon. They don't seem to hate us nearly as much as they did, because they've mostly forgotten about the fact that how we kicked them out of France and kicked their dynasty out of France and all that. Actually, let's see. Robin de Artois, which doesn't have any. Oh, his brothers are dead. Dead, and Centula de Artois. Okay, he's got agnatic primogeniture, which doesn't seem too bad. Oh, they're also doing a holy war for Damascus. Let me see. Oh, they're actually just attacking for Damascus, which seems fine. The French are also doing that war, but that actually means that you can set him special interest, so you don't have to check for war progress. Oh yeah, probably do. Let me see. Actually, I know I can, but I've forgotten how to. Anyway, but let's see. What we're gonna do is, yeah, we're gonna siege Druze. I think Druze doesn't have. Actually, let's see if they have anything weaker on their roster that we can really just siege quickly. 2,000. Yeah, everything here seems to be well fortified. 1,500, 2,000, 5,000 garrison. 1,600 garrison. Oh yeah, click on them. Oh yeah, the top white star in the middle. Attack this guy as a special interest. She's currently a very special interest right now. And that should be about it for my immediate requirements over there. Don't care about any of these. Don't care. Yeah, thanks for that. It's one of these sort of things about the smaller UI changes that they make to the game. You sometimes forget that they've even made them. The great and mighty Satan has given us much, and now it's time to offer them a gift in return. Satan craves a soul to serve them in the dark realm, and we have the perfect kind in mind. Capture and sacrifice a servant of God, Abjurer. Sure. I don't see a real problem with that. I mean, sure. We'll accept. Can we not attempt to abduct? Is not landed. Can we not get anyone else? I don't really care who. This is the bishop. Wait. Let me see. Why can't I attempt to abduct brethren? Is older than 16. Is not in hiding or seclusion. Okay. There. Can't do the ones that are in seclusion. You. Wait, why can't I abduct you? One of those be true. Is not landed. Wait. If I can't do... Let me see, Lucifer's Zone. Completely right-click on the portrait of a prisoner in dungeon who is a priest or ascetic. Well, let's look at it this way. We're bound to get some Muslim imams prisoners out of this crusade. It's just inevitable. Let's see how the crusade is doing. Does anyone have significant progress? It seems that I'm the only one doing anything, which is exactly how you want a crusade to be. We're actually not though in. This is actually not in Mesopotamia though, so it's actually going to not be worth any ticking war score. This thing wasn't too tough, I guess. That's still like 2,000. That thing seems at least weak enough to the point where you might be able to siege it not too much of a time. I think you have to be at peace. Yeah, I think you have to be at peace to do that. Yeah, that was probably it. You can always use more generals, and you can always use better stewards. Let's see those guys behind him. Don't mind me, just 15,000 Crusaders, give or take, going through your realm. Don't mind me at all. Oh. My vassal, the King of Aragon, lost his longsword. That's fine. That's actually the good thing, though. Maybe I should check. Are there any holy orders I can hire? A holy order during a crusade? What, am I crazy? Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. Seems that the King of England is trying to consolidate his power a little bit. That should turn out to be fine. Two good and a bad. I'll rather do one good trait, honestly. That at least seems to always do better. Ooh. Okay, and I get the Crusader trait, which is a very good trait because it makes you better at pretty much everything. Well, not everything, but it makes the church really like you. And the 2 Marshal is honestly not bad, and all the other Crusaders tend to like you a lot too, so it tends to be a lot of opinion bonuses. And the 2 Marshal by itself is like nothing to slouch at. Wait, can I usurp this? Fuck yeah, I'm usurping this. Oh look, you're a simple duchess. Let's see, foreign... She doesn't like me very much, does she? We can probably bribe her into becoming part of the Empire, actually. Now that she can't really say that she is Queen of Navarre, because I am King of Navarre. That's what told the Byzantines to in the Fourth Crusade, but instead the Venice formed the Latin Empire in the mainland of the Byzantines. Ah, the Latin Empire. One of the things that doesn't... Like, it's almost none of the things it claims to be. The Latin Empire is probably one of the weirdest little tidbits of history. And it's kind of cool that it's kind of one of those things that nobody really remembers because it lasted such a very short amount of time. That's actually something I might want to try to do for fun. Sometimes in Crusader Kings. Play the Latin Emperor that shows up in one of the starts. Yeah, and essentially they're not really in a good position to do much. Not a good position to do much, but it's an interesting playthrough at the start, and you might be able to do something cool with it. We're just gonna siege that temple, or actually assault to that temple to be more accurate. These guys, yeah, go to Al Jazeera, and that should do us just fine. Then we're gonna assault that temple, and we're generating a lot of war score. One of you has to be a priest, right? No priests? Oh, I'm disappointed. Well, I'm ransoming you off then. Yeah, very simple ransom. Get some money, get some cash, and hopefully float that into some upgrades. We're not getting that, like, ooh. I think it's been prospering for a while. What level of prosperity are we at here? Okay, we're at prosperity level 2 here in Uthnar capital. That's actually quite nice. Yeah, they did only last for like 50 years, but it does kind of make sense that it's something that isn't mentioned too prominently in the history books. I think that's the thing that I think is like disregarded or like not taught in as much in schools as it really should be. Much more than that is just the history of the Byzantine Empire itself, or the Eastern Roman Empire, if you prefer that nomenclature. Nomenclature, because honestly, the amount of time that most Western schools will sort of focus on that period is generally low, and even whenever they're talking about like sort of the period where the very large period that the Eastern Empire was still around after the Western had fallen. They're mostly the most of that history is focused around the more Western European kingdoms and the Byzantine Empire or the Eastern Roman Empire, if you prefer that, is very rarely really mentioned, and its general size scope and distinct influences isn't mentioned really nearly as much as it should be. Like it's sort of to the point where, like, it's really weird because like I think I consider myself relatively decently versed in a relatively wide amount of in a fairly wide amount of of history, and almost entirety of that history, or like that desire to learn, like the desire to like either learn that history or the simple capability of learning it, is weirdly enough mostly through video games. Like, there was actually a lot of the things about how weird the Holy Roman Empire is and how it's run. EU4 for to some aspect actually really sort of taught me in just how strange this country really is. Like, or not this empire here. Was one of the greatest backstabs in medieval history. Medieval history, I think it's one of the greatest it has to be one of the greatest backstabs of all time. Or, like, okay, like the amount of backstabbery that happened here is definitely like very great. But the argument sort of against it being the greatest backstab is that it wasn't really that intelligent of a thing to do. Because honestly, just that entire Fourth Crusade was too much of a mess. And like the only people that really got the thing that they wanted out of it is the Venetians. The Venetians are really the only ones that got what they wanted out of there, and the Venetians just mostly just wanted the Byzantines out of their hair. And honestly, if the Fourth Crusade accomplished anything, it was making sure that the Byzantines wouldn't be able to interfere with the Venetians. And that's actually one of the things that I actually really like about the Paradox sort of grand strategy sort of game. It has just the greater potential to really teach distinct history than a lot of other strategy games do. Even though I do really like Civilization, for instance, with the exception of sort of the introductory blurs of the leaders, it teaches you relatively little about history, like about the history of these various civilizations, which is something that I actually really like when a game really does and goes into history. It's like one of those reasons why I'm actually relatively. I really wish there were more historically setted games, and when I say historical setting games, like just in general, really wish there were more historically, like not just strategy games, but stuff like action games, stuff like just all of these different genres would be more sort of historically grounded than they are in a lot of cases. Like, indeed, I've learned so much history about such games like CK2 and Age of Empires. Yeah, I played a very, very high amount of Age of Empires 1. Age of Empires, the first one. And the weirdest thing about my copy of Age of Empires is that it came out of a cereal box. Yeah, did you know that Age of Empires, like the entire first game, came out in a cereal box? Did you know that? It wasn't like even like the thing that they did a lot back in the day where they like put demos in cereal packs, but no. This was the actual full on Age of Empires won the game, and they got the game, and this one no, they actually put the full on game in a cereal pack. It's really weird. Because like they never really put any full games that weren't complete shit. Like they put like these really weird licensed games that were like clearly just trying to make like the whoever developed them was clearly just trying to recoup some of the money that they lost in the production of this game that they just made that was awful. Okay, that's quite fine. Of this game that was awful, and then they put them like through some cereal company just to, I don't know, and then the cereal company could claim that, oh, we got this video game in this, and it's totally not a really shitty video game that no one would voluntarily play. Okay, we're gonna make sure that we can take that one down. I think we've kind of guaranteed ourselves the majority of the contribution into this crusade already. But mostly some Lego demo games, but that's the weird thing, because I remember my grandpa gave it to me, and essentially gave it to me after he opened it out of the cereal box, and he was like, giving me this game that was like in it, and it was just Age of Empires. It was the weirdest thing ever, and there are people that really don't believe me, and I really wish I could find the old disc, because it was like the silver, like regular Age of Empires disc, because I also owned like the regular copy of Age of Empires that I had at home, because it was exactly the same disc, except the Kellogg's logo was also printed on it. It was just like Age of Empires, like old edition, like the sort of I think there's like the basic not legionary, like the one of the more advanced swordsman unit swordsman, or sort of like from that tech line is basically like on the cover. Is like on the cover. Oh, he's trying to be evasive and all cute. About when was that? Let me see. I was about 6, 7 at the time, so about like 2000. Like it was after I had started elementary, so it was like 2001, 2002. But given like the condition of the disc, like the disc that he was giving to me, my grandpa telling about it, the disc probably came from a lot early, from a bit. Like maybe a little bit earlier than that. A bit earlier than that, but I think it was probably like 2001, 2002 when like I was playing that game, but the disc was a bit older than that. Okay, that was the time H2 came out. Yeah, like Age of Empires 2 had been out for a while, when Grandpa said that he like got this out of a box, like out of a cereal box. But yeah, but it still feels. That's when I started with H2. Yeah, but it still feels like a really weird thing, even if it's an old game and like it's not new. It still feels weird that that they actually released the full game and just put it in a cereal box. But Age of Empires 2 is also a really, really good game. Good game, and it has a lot of improvements to Age of Empires 1 that, like, it's just sort of a lot of basic stuff that once you've played a lot of Age of Empires at 2, going back to Age of Empires 1 feels a bit awkward at parts, specifically because of some of the changes they did to the UI. I only played Age 1 very rarely, mostly played Age 2. Yeah, it's also because there was like this time period, at least in my experience, where Age of Empires 2 was like every school had someone who installed a cracked copy of Age of Empires 2 and installed it on every computer. Like in my experience of just growing up through elementary school, there was someone in every school that installed Age of Empires on every computer, and this was clearly like not part of what the school did, but they just did it. Let me see. Are we catching these guys? We're not catching these guys, I don't think. 17 versus 11. These guys are coming in here. Bira here on 12th. We are coming in on 10th. And we're just gonna go for them there. The entire Age of Empires 2 was actually still pretty good. The only really thing I can say about the Age of Empire series that was ever really disappointing to me was Age of Empires 3. I was at least disappointed by Age of Empires 3. There was just a lot of things about it that I just didn't like. There was just a lot of design decisions that I thought were really awkward, and it felt a little bit like they were intimidated by the popularity of Warcraft and wanted to become Warcraft. Like that was sort of my gut reaction at the time. Like I might try playing it again from a bit more of a mature attitude and like see if that was really what they were trying to do. But that was sort of my basic memory of Age of Empires 3 and going like, why am I not playing Warcraft? Just because of like, first of all, they kind of dumped a lot of the history aspect in because they just wanted to. And they were like, Yeah, but it's actually really okay. The re-release, like the definitive edition re-release of Age of Empires 1 is actually really sweet. Really sweet, but yeah, I was still very disappointed by Age of Empires 3, and it's one of the things that makes me sort of skeptical about the Age of Empires 4 that they've announced. Like it's kind of the reason why I'm not incredibly hopeful that what's left of Creative Assembly is gonna do justice to that, after Age of Empires 3. Like I don't know. Like what did you feel about Age of Empires 3? Because like that's I think like the series, like that was the installment in the series that made me really fall off of it for a good long while. Okay, can we see this properly? That's like 1900. That's like 2000. Actually, these are the Ravavid Duchy. These guys aren't the main guys. Well, they all know that Age of Empires 3 was crap. Like because it's like it's not that. Okay. I gotta be honest. A part of that fact is because like the time period that Age of Empires takes 3 in. At the time, I felt that time period was a bit less interesting than the time period of Age of Empires and the time period of Age of Empires 2 and 1. I've gotten a bit turned around in it, and sort of my interest in history has gotten a lot more rounded over the years. So I've gotten a bit more interested in sort of the more Renaissance Age of Discovery era history in general. But I still like I was always trying to like at least justify some of the design decisions that are in it, and a lot of them seem to be made because like I don't know if I'm just spouting nonsense here, but I did always feel that they were kind of gunning to be Warcraft because suddenly your heroes. I'm gonna lose 60 gold for some military tech spread. That seems good. Because suddenly your heroes had like all of these activated button abilities that really reminded me of Warcraft. Your bases and the whole counter to it. The other thing I did kind of like as sort of a minor thing is that I did kind of like that infantry would actually throw torches at buildings instead of just smacking it with whatever swords they were carrying. Like that always did actually just make a lot more sense to me. I think we're actually gonna grab these guys and just go down here because like I don't think we really want to siege this down all the way. Let's see if we can march here down. These guys are coming for Sinjar. Ooh, someone is becoming a meh. Okay, that guy's a bit disappointing. Yeah. Yeah, but speaking about things that are, sorry, to change the subject a little bit. One of the things that I actually have been really doing is that one of the things that I'm really interested in that has been coming out basically this past month is that the new DuckTales cartoon. Like I've been checking out the like 3 or 4 episodes that they've released so far, and they've really stunned me. I've actually just been like really happy that remake happened because it's so good. Kaboom. Let me see the war score. Okay, they still haven't finished that war, so if we complete that one, if that assassination takes place, this holy revolt should be dead, and everything should be honky-dory. Oh, damn. It's just his job, whatever. Well, honestly, if you played H because of the graphics and logic, you were in the wrong place. As you said something about attacking how it begins to burn. It's not about that. Like, I agree with you. It's not about that. Honestly, the thing that really like made me more mad about the Age of Empires 3, rather than the direct mechanics or strategy, was kind of their ridiculous campaign story. Like their campaign story, like it included semi-supernatural elements that I didn't really get behind, and it was like really America-centric Okay. To be fair, being America-centric focused in the sort of in the sort of American times of sort of the American Revolution, the time of the sort of the time of colonialism and all that is okay. Like I'll confess that that's not a bad idea, and now the assassination succeeds. Sure. That's just great. Now I'm gonna really have to have... Wait. Whole 0. 13, 16, 17. I might actually be able to do something about this. Berengar. Let's actually break this patrol. Let's see if he's okay with this. I doubt he is. Sorry, not that one. Yeah, he would be willing to accept a matrimonial marriage, but not a regular one. We might have some things that we might be able to accomplish with this. What do you think about the CNC and Command and Conquer and Stronghold series? Honestly, I've never really played Command and Conquer. I tried the Stronghold series for a little period of time. As strategy goes, it's not badly designed, but it's not quite my cup of tea either. One of the things that I do really like, okay, actually, I've never really played the Command and Conquer series a lot. But if there's one thing that I can say that I'm very happy about in the Command & Conquer series is sort of like the early incredible goofiness that was a part of the Command & Conquer series that I did kind of adore. Okay, we can definitely keep Mosul. Okay, now we have sort of an interesting plan what to do with this, what to do with our 5 counties over here. One of them we're going to keep, and we're going to keep Mosul here because it has a lot of little holdings, and that's actually going to be pretty good for us. But the thing that we're going to do with the other 4 is that we're going to give it to our kings, because we want to be able to raise our troops that are over here. Ugh, Sweden. Oh, Sweden. Just die already. Which ones did you play from Command & Conquer? Honestly, I don't remember which ones, because I didn't own them myself. Me and my cousin would play play a lot at his house, because essentially he basically owned a really high amount of a lot of games from just a lot of places, and he owned owned a copy of Command and Conquer something, and it had like these really hammed up cutscenes. I don't think I'm narrowing it down for you, but it involved semi poorly rendered cutscenes that were like 3D kind of. Like they were 3D. They were just like fairly poor early 3D, and like the actor that was like doing the voiceover was just hamming it up so much that it was quite delightful. It was really delightful. Sinjar. My sister here, you shall get the county of Sinjar. Do you remember any of the units? Let me see. Okay, the graph. Ugh, this is such a long time ago. There were tanks. Yeah, I actually don't really remember any of the units because I didn't play it that much. Like honestly, I only really played them because played them for a very short amount of time because of the cutscenes that I thought were really enjoyable. I didn't really play that much of the core game, and it was over 10 years. Like, I was 9? I think I was like 9 years old or something when I was watching that. So I don't remember it, unfortunately, really. I do not remember it well. Okay, she's got a couple kits. That's gonna keeping me in my dynasty. But it had to be fairly early because it was like it had to be one of the early Command and Conquers because it was like a fairly old copy. Back in 2000. Like back in 2000, like no, not 2000. It's like back in like 2004, 2005. And the copy, the game was probably from like, okay, not really old. The game was like 99, 98. Like that was like, if I had to guess when that game came from, it was like late 90s. Like it had to be. It had to, given the graphics on the package in the opening scenario. Like in the not just the opening scenario, and like the other cinematics that I saw, like it had to be early 90s. It can't really be post 2003, post 2004, and it certainly really can't be before 95. Given the quality of it. Actually, I suppose it could be before 95, but I think it's unlikely. Okay, sorry, what was I saying? Okay, direct. Okay, Al Jazeera. You can have Al Jazeera. And then we're also going to give the King of Rus his due. Although we've cut a little bit of it. Wow, actually we've really chopped his territory a little bit to bits with the whole Rus thing. No wonder he was giving me so few troops. So he's gonna feel a little bit better about it once he gets one county. There are like 2 Command & Conquerors I still play sometimes, which are great, and even the ones that are still available on Steam. Like, yeah, like I wouldn't like I would really I unfortunately like didn't really play much of it. I might give it a chance chance sometime, but I have like at least really kind of. Let me see. I'm gonna give Kurdistan to. Who do I want to give Kurdistan to? Poland. Poland actually can go up to some wars. If Sweden starts liking me a little bit more, he might actually be able to give me a little bit. Actually, Scotland though. Yeah, Scotland's. Oh, this is him kind of on this one. Yeah, Red Alert 3. Yeah, see this one is still on Steam. Yeah, I know some of them are still available. Are available on Steam. And one friend of mine is a fairly big fan of the series overall. Let me see, County of Kurdistan. Okay, now we have this sort of centralized meeting crusader place, and we can push ourselves a little bit from that. Ooh, Yukar, I'll take this guy. Khorasan, which is probably owned by Muslims. Yeah, it's owned by Shia Muslims. Okay, that's a bit surprising. But given Shia is actually pretty powerful right about now. And the Sunni moral authority is like nothing, and the Shia moral authority is decent. It's pretty good. 69 is decent. It's not quite our level, but you can't do them all. Let me see it. So I guess I have to go to sleep now, as it's almost 1 a.m. here. Okay, sure. Good night, Sir Brat. And we, in the meantime, are going to try to see if we can etch a little bit more territory here and there. Is there any chance? Let's go on. Yeah, good night. Let's actually see if there's anything else. Okay. Opinion of Grim is in the red, just barely. Quality 3, which is the Decker, which is our. Is that a ceremonial weapon? Yeah, I think it's a it's a ceremonial weapon. Which also reminds me. Dagger of Glory, equip. We have a ceremonial weapon. Our ceremonial weapon is this. Actually, is the Sword of Heroes. I don't really need anything else, so. We don't really need anything else, so maybe that's a waste of the Dagger of Glory, though. Maybe that opinion modifier would be better spent somewhere else. Actually, just the Iron Mace is worth like 12, with like 18, and I think that one actually might be enough. And let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, oh. We only need one more. I think I have another shitty 1-man artifact, but yeah, actually we don't quite have that. Usurp title, dishonorable. Should have tried to recruit for Satan. Who should I try to recruit for Satan? King Gargamel of Castile. Sure, let's try to seduce, and let's try to recruit for Satan. With pride. Let's see how that goes for us. I made sure to only cautiously question the absolute power of Almighty God. Thankfully, it seems that my carefully chosen would have the desired effect from it. His glittering eyes have got the distinct impression that he enjoyed the philosophical aspect of our conversation. A sensible man. Okay, damn it, can't seem. Well, I thought I'd be able to make him a devil worship out of him. He was called the Tormentor and everything. Oh yeah! We also have this county. Hungary. You have duchy and county. You only have one county, so sure. Yeah, you can have the county of... Almost here. And we still have 5 over... Oh yeah! Sorry, this blended into the whole Scandinavian thing so much. I didn't even know I was conquering this. And the border war on our empire has gotten even worse. And, yeah, Kazwin. 4 or 5. Yeah, you know what? I think Poland can have that one. What else? New input and ask for help managing your titles. We don't need to do that anymore because we already have all our titles. A title split out. And we have some very weird territory in the tours now. The border gore on our empire has never been worse. Come on, you get... Oh, Russ. Oh, Russ, can't even... You're losing this war, aren't you? Oh, actually, no, you're beating them a little bit back. Defending against... Okay. Same sort of speed. Wait a minute. Defending against Maharaja. Attacking Kagan Koichi the Fat. Oh, he's attacking the Mongolian Empire. That's why he's not pushing it forward. Ooh, he's only attacking them for this one county. Well, good on him, I guess. If an expansion of the empire is an expansion of the empire, we get a little bit more of the Volga. It's quite fine, but it's always such a weird thing. We have this Sarai, which also is part of Rus, and it's all the way over there, and it's just kind of a bother. We'll see. Afsahan is unfortunately split into these two things. Ooh, these guys though. Khotan Revolt. Wow, this is very split, and this guy is a Buddhist. Fascinating. Were any of these in the same duchy? Nope. Jazeera. What about Edessa? Edessa doesn't do that. Doesn't do a jump there. I'm not really willing to go for a war with those guys over a county. Although, Antioch is kind of seeming like to be a fairly interesting prize, though. Like, and we can probably besiege it. Oh. 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 All of their garrisons are empty with like 1,000, 1,200, and 974. That's definitely a war worth pursuing. Especially with this bullshit that we're going to serve them. We're going to leave the Mosul troops out of there. This Mosul is also just a new county for us to develop and get rid of the penalties of and that sort of thing. I think we're just going to want to do this as quickly as possible. So Scotland 2. Okay, we're gonna lead the army over here. And split up all of these lands amongst ourselves. No longer a boy. He's getting up to be 19 years old. Oh, and Jerusalem is fighting the guy with it we're fighting. Because Jerusalem is on the offensive? Yeah. Attacking in Valencian Holy War for Damascus. Wait, Valencian? Let's look at Arabia here. But Valencia? Oh yeah, it's the Duke over here. Valencia is part of Jerusalem. Because border gore, border gore, border gore, border gore, border gore. Like, I think that's probably why I don't have any viewers, because nobody wants to really look at this disgusting border gore that I have around here. Okay, like, this isn't too bad. One whole that is Scandinavia, Russia, and Poland, and all of that, but this okay. Here's a bit of evidence of some oddity happening here. Navarra, cuddling away there in a corner. Oh, there we have a county here in Italy. But here's where it gets at its worst. I just have a little bit of territory everywhere here. Let's see if we can march all the way over there. Without getting molested by thousands and thousands of troops. Because we're currently at war with everybody. Oh yeah. Just like, look at this mess of Jerusalem. Jerusalem has these 3 counties and that one over there. I really should try to integrate Jerusalem into my kingdom somehow. Into my empire somehow. Oh yeah, we're also fighting the Bektashi Order and the Byzantine Empire. How many hostile sieges do we even have? Only 5? That's not too bad. And we're going to slaughter that army. I think they're honestly not going to form up a unified enough resistance in order to be able to do anything about it. 10 days. 17,000 army soldiers. Attrition is bad. Troops are just melting, but that's fine. We're gonna assault and everything's gonna be fine. There's no rush. Let me see. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna get about 4,000 more troops. Yeah. It's all good. Wait, does that mean do we have the Kingdom of Mesopotamia title? We do! So that's something. Unfortunately, none of them are going to be willing to join me peacefully because they don't like these Muslims really don't like Christians. And the Christians coming up and proclaiming themselves lords and saying that they should bow to them and all that. You know, I'm not saying that we're really any different. Like, we wouldn't bow to a Muslim. That would just be filthy. So that's kind of just how both of us are. We're just gonna not be 23 days for that siege. Okay, I think that we can probably get more war score quicker by going for those. I guess also attacking these 20 troops from the Bektashi Order might generate war score. Nope. Not that I thought it would. 17,000, 1,200. Center 1,200, fort level of 7, fort level of 6.5. Yeah, Hungary isn't really doing anything but Poland. The Mongols are heading over there anyway. Yeah, they're heading in a completely different direction. It's gonna be fine. Oh no, that's not good. I don't want to have diarrhea. Very well, I have slow fever. That's actually quite awful. Did we have an epidemic? We didn't have an epidemic. Ah, I'm glad I hired Tech League. Okay, that's actually good. The +1 health result seems like a pretty fine thing for us right now. We're having some Mongols interfere, but that should be fine, because we're just gonna siege this down. Let me see, what is there? Siege fort level 4.5. It's not, I don't really care about that. That should be fine. It's going to take us a while to get all the way back there, though. Do you want to send the Aragonese troops on boats? We might be in the might as well. Yeah, we might as well. We already have the French troops on. Look, we already have the French troops on location. How many troops are the Castilians even dragging? 2,400. That's actually not bad. Yeah, there's no rush. It's been a wow, it takes such a long time to travel there. That's just ridiculous. Let's see. What important decision can we do? Yeah, we're going to try to seek treatment for disease. This might actually be a character too. Very well. Okay. We took out that temple. Glad I hired Torgi. He seems to be doing quite a good job here. Okay, the Polish are doing a good job of fighting off these 30 or so guys. I don't think. Yeah, he still thinks he's winning the war. I've only taken about half of his shit out. It's fine. Everything's fine. 5,000 soldiers or so. There's no rush. Oh no, not Cathar heresies, or maybe we do want to be Cathar actually. You know what, guys, PM me if you want to turn to heresy. Just put it in the PO box at least. 1,300. Let me see. These guys have 1,700 and a fort level 7.5. Yeah, I think it's probably better to just move over to there and siege those. I think those are going to be more vulnerable. Oh shit. Enforce demands? 5, 4. Ooh, he offered to surrender. He surrendered. We don't need to fight the Byzantines. It's all good. It's all good. Disband. Disband all those boats. And oh, the Aragonese are just in time to see. As long as you know what you're doing. We at least managed to take Antioch in the name of the Christian faith. I think I'm gonna keep Antioch up now into my domain, but that means I will have to give away something. A lot of Turkish, ethna stuff here going on here. Fort Bonnet. We're looking for not Alexandretta. We're looking for not Arca. Saint Simon or Mosul. Not Mosul. We don't really want to give. Yeah, Lower Dawn. We can give that away. Dear brother, I declare you the Count of Lower Dawn. Which seems to me to be fine. You're a bastard married to someone of my dynasty, matrilineally, matrilineally, so that seems fine. Fine. We also probably want to give... We probably want to give one to Sweden. Like, not the county of Antioch itself, because that we're going to keep, but... Yeah, keep Alexandria. You can get Alexandretta. Oh, like, after providing him with an entire county, he seems to dislike me a bit less. And man, is there a lot of Turks in here. Culture. Okay, here we have some Kurdish, but here at the coast here, well, we also have some Levantine. Okay, who do you want to give Arca to? I guess Aragon doesn't have any ways to get to us. But Ireland, we use Irish troops even less. So why not provide Ireland with a nice little place to vacation in? You can have the county of Arca. And he's going to love me for it, isn't he? Because his domain is now over full. Which is, one of those problems that, if you have to have a problem, it's a good problem to have. This also means that whenever there's Armenia Khan, they're defending against the Holy Roman Empire and Duke Crumble's claim. Duchy of Armenia Khan and Duke Radbot's claim on Amisos. Are they just independent, or do they have a revolt going on? These guys are actually independent. Fascinating. They're going to be independent, but only have one county now. So, that's something. And Arabia has very little territory in actual Arabia. Oh, Fatimid have a revolt. What is this revolt about? Claim on Egypt. Pfft. Yeah, I don't think that's actually gonna go through or have any effect really. Yeah, we have a lot of border gore here. We should really start to map paint this more effectively. The 4th Provincial Galician War over Provence. Oh, you've attacked them 4 times and you haven't gotten anywhere. Oh, you. Is Venice involving himself? He is defending against Duke Ruprecht in 2nd Ferren Venetian excommunication war. Oh, lift excommunication, no. Can't declare war because we have raised levies. Yeah, we have them here. We're gonna put them down immediately after they land. Oof, this doctor is really making sure that we survive this slow fever. He's been keeping us rolling in the picture of health despite everything that's been going on. And I guess these pushes here into the Middle East have worked out fairly well for us. Oh yeah, it turns out we didn't even need the Polish reinforcements. Well, I guess it's always better to have more men than you need. So I guess that's a good sign that we win a war and then the Polish can't even show up because it took them too long. But now there's like, oh, so this is part of what empire? The Chagatai? What the? Yeah, this is one of these weird vassals from the that split off of the Mongol Empire. This is weird. Eegberht, there we have independent county. Holy War for Kabul. It was attacking the Holy War for Kabul last time. Oh, sure. Efsahan is a couple of counties over here. This guy's separate. And he's still in contact with the Mongol Empire. That is, it's still around, but it's so split up. It's just painful to look at all this border gore, and we're honestly a pretty big contributor to this if you just look at it. Just look at it. We're in like 5 different segments here.
Just look at that. We've got to fix some of this at least. Yeah, and the Bearbik of Aleppo that was not really helping. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sure, but maybe we should actually just keep going on the warpath and taking whatever little guys we can take out quickly. Yeah, this is also part of Khotan, which is this sort of thing. But Chagatai, this guy's actually part of the Chagataids, which are relatively big. The Byzantines even have like 3 counties here in the Middle East. Ooh, this guy who proclaims himself King of Syria, with absolutely just the one county in Syria, mind you, but he's still King of Syria. You know, don't disrespect that. Ooh, although actually maybe we should just take this. It does mean make these two things merge, and makes us slightly likelier to usurp the Kingdom of Jerusalem title. Although we don't seem to be very likely at the moment. We'd essentially need to somehow get this duchy somehow, and I don't think it's likely that that's gonna happen really, especially as Jerusalem is a dynasty that is fairly removed from ours. Okay, but that being said, we should probably still be on the warpath. But against whom is a good question. We can maybe take one of these rebel guys out. I don't really fancy attacking someone who belongs to a horse lord way over there. That's just annoying to deal with. We could also just try to take the Abadid, our Aragonese queen. Oh no, Castilian queen. The jure of the kingdom isn't very big. Who's the queen of the Castile of Leon? Has a claim on the Abadid Emirate. We're gonna try to kill that guy. And we're gonna try to really take that Abadid guys down, because they've been pushing real hard. Yeah, they've actually split up into the Sunni heresy. The Sunni heresy of Zikri, and interesting, and the Sunni Mali. So Songhai and Mali. And with, oh yeah, I forgot about this little bit of border gore. And this, we have Timbuktu. So our most southernmost region being Timbuktu, our most eastern reach being Kazwin, or Sarai, Kazwin. I think it's Kazwin though. No, actually, the most eastern is Ural. From Ural to Timbuktu, to Iceland, our empire. Not contiguously, certainly, but between these are our retrains. Actually, that's actually cool. Oh, we actually have Holy War for Marrakesh. That one county. He's got 2,000 troops. So we really want, like, what does the fort level on that bitch? Fort level 5. So that's like manageable, but not. We can get 300 from the Castilians. What can the French give us? The French can give us only about 4,000 troops, because again we put them through a blood shred. We kind of put their army through a shredder recently, so sure. Meet in my room, my lord. Sure, have our love grow. Why not? Okay, we can definitely switch focuses now, right? No, we can only until 1303 next year. Until then. Let's try to seduce someone at least. Let me see. Any. Yeah, my religion group. Sure. The Duke of Moscow. The Duke of Connacht. Sure, let's do that one. Why not? We might get some traits out of that with pride, and we're gonna try to. Maybe we should gather in. Yeah, I think we might actually just wanna. Oh, okay. Need guy from the Nidaros Revolts, and oh. Okay, that's actually a landed title now. Our kinswoman. Actually, no. With those stats, I'd rather keep her in and around you, or in and around me, just in general. Let's actually find this one. This was actually brawny, so that is someone I don't mind. Really mind getting with. Count, yeah, no. Let me see, what about you? You also seem like a good choice. I know she's unimportant, but you don't have to throw it in her face. I say Baron Flythe. Actually, let me see, 9. Okay, there, Matrinial. Okay, Matrinial returns something up this time. Yeah, this guy. That should be fine. That should at least put a few more heirs with us. Let's see what else we can really do here. Okay, the Duchess of Chartres. Let's see, our brother here. Almost of age. Oh yeah, also prisoners. What about you? No interest? Okay, sure, we'll sacrifice that one to Satan. That one we will. Sure, we'll torture. Lunatic. A sufficient punishment. That should be fine. A little bit of that, but what we really need to do... There's no rush. Yeah, since we're now at peace, we're probably gonna just find some random bishop here somewhere and attempt to abduct. Because we might be able to, if we complete a couple missions, be able to get to another rank within the Satanist Order. Let's actually complete that before we declare any more wars. Abadite War for Gavelkind. Yeah, this is not a succession war, so we can't just... Ooh, a Tainted Souls, but a small price to play. I don't even know why I want to kill her. Why do you want to kill this lowborn? Get out of here. Actually, let's see. Who do we want to recruit? Let's try to recruit. Yeah, actually, we've already tried to recruit both of our lovers here. Let's try to recruit. Oh yeah, you actually still has to be a sinner. Can't do that. Spell. Yeah, with that lover's pucks and sure, we'll try to recruit this one to Satan. Why not? Ooh, a sensible woman, Alice. Oh, this has been a waste. Well, nobody seems to be wanting to join. Ah, yes, an excellent idea. Supply limit +1, prosperity, and 60, yeah. Chance of prosperity. Ooh, telemark. Even more prosperity. A realm of such stable and noble razor. So, coming together. We press onwards, ever towards the west. We press ever towards the east. We'll see what we can do from there. Ooh, good. Good, good. More people get ready to the Catholic faith, and this is going to go to the castle. And everybody seems to like us just fine. We can actually do a law change. We can make vassal war illegal, but we don't really want to do that. We don't really want to do anything of that. Actually, now is actually where not this, but the next level of legalism would be powerful. Actually, let's actually compare our tech level now in our capital. 26, 29, 25. 26, we're actually ahead of them in military. 29, 25. We're actually looking, technologically, we're actually looking somewhat favorable next to the HRE, which is a good thing. We're actually looking quite comparable to tech to both the Byzantines and the HRE, which is actually a very good sign. And yeah, especially the development in our capital, Conniving, has actually made it quite good. Good. All of these upgrades. We have this mountain range and that mountain range, and we can declare war. We can make Croatia tributary. Don't really want to do that. Just win one of these wars. God damn it! You're also fighting Duke in Modenian War to make Syrian. Yeah, somebody's also trying to make him into a tributary. Aragon is also fighting off a couple of revolts, but we don't really care about that. Is this still part of Leon? No, okay. No. Oh, this is actually, yeah, this Agder, still part of Castile. Strange little thing, that one. Okay, let's see what we can do. We could stop the abduction scheme, and I think it's just not going to work while we're at war, so we're going to at least wait until that finishes. Then we're probably just going to eat this county up. And try to basically eat and bully all of these smaller Muslims down. Wait, is this... Okay, no, it isn't. It's the kingdom. Oh, look at that gore. Oh, that gore. The gore. This border gore is it's just incredible, really. Oof. Yeah, warning. This amount of border gore is not for the faint of heart. Yeah, especially when you look at all of this here. Have a little bit of warfare going on in here. Jerusalem still holds still holds enough. Oh, sure. Let's actually put him into the Scandinavian throne. Yeah, my heir is still the Duke of Upper Burgundy, which would also give us Lotharingiers. Yeah, that Romani. Oh, because you're in the Holy Roman Empire. Oh, because I'm pretty sure you only had that one county last I checked. Clay. In Macian. We're gonna send him a gift. You don't want to form an alliance with your own brother? I guess he wants to stand on his own, but it does look like he's losing hard. Yeah. Oh, correction. He's actually winning. He's holding his own here. Okay, okay. To be fair, he's a Hickdal. He can handle. He should be able to handle his own. I mean, he's a war in the Luxembourgian Upper Burgundian war over Loon and defending. No, I'll just have to be patient. I'll try to be patient in the kidnapping, but actually I think I'm probably not going to delay it. And like this is a part of Chekhatai, which is not really where we're going to be. This isn't not independent, but let's see. What is its revolt status? It's 30%. It's Khotan Revolt League Independence League. Oh, Efsahan, sorry. It has 3 counties that are spread all over the place. This is a mess. Okay, is there anyone we can really take cheaply and quickly? There actually doesn't seem to be one right now. Like, even in the revolt. Like, the Abkhazia takeover does seem quite fine. Okay, a member got burned at the stake. That's pretty bad. Oh yeah, Navarra. Care to be a vassal? I don't think I can usurp the duchy. Oh. Oh, she's actually just a countess. Whoa. The opinion modifier for usurped fire 40 is really the thing that's really doing this. Yeah, that's not worth. It's not even worth going into war over. Given where we're at right now, and we're sort of at a bit of a slow pace, we might actually quit this this week a little bit early. Mostly just because there doesn't actually seem to be a lot to do right now. We've sort of bloated ourselves a bit up. And the Kingdom of Rus is still fighting this one liberation. They're up to 50 war score, and they're heading over there to kick back the Mongols and reducing the Mongol border gore just a little bit. An admirable quest if there ever was one. Yeah, Armenia Yakon. The HRE is also just a border gory mess. Ugh. We gotta be able to fix some of this. How old is my half-brother that's married here? 10. King Jordan the Record usurped the Kingdom of Aragon from... Okay, we got a new King of Aragon. That's fine. Sure. Let's just be recruiting more of those. Claim Coruna, claim Santiago, make tributary. I do kind of want to claim the whole kingdom if I can. They all seem to be focused on getting weak claims. We're gonna auto-invite plotters. Yeah, actually, yeah, this one's not gonna happen. Can we maybe kill the... Yeah, 6%, we're not gonna do that. recruit for Satan, or maybe we should actually just... Let me see, black. What is that? What is the trait that was there? So let's just go high learning. Is it black? Priest. Yeah, like that's like the education types at least. Yeah, Wicked Priest was the thing. Let's actually look for Wicked Priest. Yeah, this one has the Lustful Worship modifier, among other things, so we can't seem to try to recruit him. Or him. Sure, we're gonna try to recruit this guy for Satan, because why not? That should do it for now. But we can probably exchange our focus now and make it into something that isn't horrible. Nope, we need to wait until July. That's great. Just great. There's actually also the question of what we should actually be upgrading right now. Chapel, though. Temple of Ash, the disease resistance here isn't irrelevant. I'm actually tempted, though, just to wait for 1319. For the 1319 to actually just upgrade the hospital wholesale, get the disease resistance up to very high levels, and yeah, I don't seem to be very good at inviting people to the society, it seems. And I'm making about 60 money a month, so that's actually something. I think I'm actually going to make the granted landing title the Kingdom of Navarra. You're now also the Queen of Navarra. And that should really mean that should really turn that around. How long? It's still the Fourth War. It's only in 15%. Mike Wheel, this guy over here, still trying to make him pay tribute. All sorts of nonsense that's happening at a very slow pace. My courtier and sister in darkness, Georgia, is feeling lascivious, and just suggested we might stage an impromptu orgy together in order of the great servant of force. What a lovely idea. I'll wear my nun's habit. I feel drained. Emperor Grim in Georgia. Let me see. Oh, yes, where I am. The Georgia. 3 days of wicked debauchery is conducted by a priapic dwarf from hell. The drugs, the copulation, the succubus with the hypnotic flute, the ritual murder. Was it real? All I know is Georgia was sure knows how to throw a party. Gain 100 points of dark power. And if I can just capture a holy person, that'll really get that one turned around. Let me see. Courtier. Make him a squire and keep him as my lover. Give him a temple, and what a loyal the most loyal bodyguard. +1 marshal, plus 10%. Yeah, I'm gonna get the loyal bodyguard. +1 marshal, the 10% chance to discover plots. That seems like good. All seem like good things. Let's actually take a learning. Tainted soul is but a small price to pay. Well, that actually at least increases my intrigue. My diplomacy's down all the way down to the docks at 5, but my intrigue's shipped over here and gotten into reasonable numbers. But this is actually the thing that I'm actually it's a whole mess, but oh, the use of dark power has corrupted me. Oh no. Oh wow, he's awful at everything. De jure, none de jure. Ugh. Just plain awful. yeah, let's hold a summer fair. Let's repay my loan to the Jews. More and more people are converted. Sure, let's gain even more prestige. And you just have the revolts for Gavelkind. Let's actually still try to plot to kill. Sure, let's try to recruit the Brigida. You recruit Brigida. Let's see if we can get at least one person to join the Brotherhood of the Serpent, to become one with hell and all that. Did he actually ever take Culm? No, Poland just still losing wars against the Teutonic Order, I see. Disappointing. Sure, that is suspicious. Yeah, let's still plot to kill this bastard. Or is that what we're trying to do? Yeah, we are trying to do that. Yeah, we don't have a high chance of killing him, but we should really kill him. Sin. Okay. Declare peasant revolt. Peremysl. That and the Polish. Are the Polish really they're giving me like 10,000. Do they have enough? How many troops do you even have, Poland? Like 2.7? How is it giving me so many troops? Like, I know I have slightly focused, levy focused, but he should still have far more than the 3k. Okay, or to be fair, maybe this is just like the reserve. Yeah, because his minimum, of course, is way better. It's like getting is up at the minimum he has to keep in reserves in case I call them in is a lot bigger than they would be otherwise. See them walk over there, and the rebels are just gonna be. We're gonna take out those rebels. The Teutons, so stubborn. Nah, whatever. I don't really care about that one. Let me see. Stalled it for a couple of days. No use in running now. The Pope has entered the law of freedom. The Holy Father is asking us to change to comply with the church doctrine. We will always follow the divine will, get the papal investiture, get the moral authority. I rule in my realm. I rule in my realm. Like, I doubt he's going to excommunicate us. Us being the absolutely biggest Catholic nation there is. Ooh. Sure, go with my blessing. I've been judged in the eyes of God. Oh no, I've been excommunicated. How much fighter do I even have? 2,000? Come on, I'm more pious than the Pope, despite the fact I'm a devil worshipper and all that. You know, I'm still more pious than the Pope. I think he's just jealous at how much more I love God than he does.
Like, I love God, like, so much, and and all that. And like, I really, really, like, love God. But yeah, I'm excommunicated, but my heir won't be. He's got a claim on Scandinavia, he's got a claim on Britannia, claim on Scotland. Peasant revolt over. Oh, the guy finally has. The guy in Sweden finally croaked it. His heir is Duke Karol of Uppland. Yeah, that's the only guy here of our dynasty, though. Ooh, with that amount of diplomacy, I also grant you the your viceroy of Perm and Sweden. That seems like quite a good job for me to give him. He's going to be quite happy about that. We just need like 300 more money. We probably should be doing some of those conquests. Really, is England actually doing that? Well, they were for Syria. Well, good job, England. I hope. Hope you really do succeed on that. But I think we're actually just gonna call this session up to a close. So I'll see you next week, and may your dreams ever be filled with conquest. Count John D out.